Hey everybody, Paul Mack here. I just wanted to show you what I got at the auction. And I bought a bow and arrow, a longbow. This one's pretty old. This is like a vintage, probably from when I was a kid or probably older. Green Bear by Bear, ammo 60 inch, number 25. Now this is not strung up. This is put on there so that the bow is relaxed. You would actually take the string off and then bend it this way and put the string on this side. And you got to be careful when you're doing that. I've been told that people are getting really hurt with these things snapping back. But anyway, you would bend the bow back this way and put the string on this side. So an old bow, and looks like I got some arrows with it. Next I got looks like an army issue camp shovel. You know, if you need to dig a latrine, your wife's run you out of the house and you gotta make do quick, you got your little camp shovel. You can start digging right away. Look here, I got an anvil. Not the anvil you're thinking of. This one's more of a homemade anvil. But you know what? If you were like me several years ago and you didn't have the real thing, these are awful handy and fairly inexpensive to buy. Maybe you're an aspiring blacksmith and you're trying to put together your collection of tools. Maybe you're looking for a forge, a blower, and obviously an anvil. Those are the three big ones. And maybe a vise, like a leg vise, but maybe you're still looking for the anvil. Sometimes that's the last and the hardest thing to find because they are so expensive nowadays. A 100-pound anvil could go, I remember when they were going for 300 and I thought that was a lot. Now they could go for 700 or 800 and up, depending on how big the anvil is. But anyway, you can tell that this was made out of a piece of an old railroad iron here. They took and torched it into the right shape there. They even torched a couple of holes so that you can fasten it to a stump. And there you have it, a very homemade, kind of crude, but still you've got an anvil, and this anvil is certainly better than no anvil at all. And you know me and draw knives. I love these old draw knives. Found another one. This one has good handles. They're not moving at all. Not a very wide blade, but a pretty sharp one. Has a little light rust on it, not much at all. And it's in really good shape. So there we go. Another draw knife. Now this one is smaller than the one I showed you before. The handles are in good shape, but this one has a slight, almost imperceptible looseness to it, but it would still be fine for years and years to come. Very flat back and a very flat bevel there, so still fairly, needs a little touching up, but it's in good shape. Good little old draw knife. Speaking of tools, I want to mention that this video is sponsored by me. My family and I have a little store in Catagap, Arkansas called Gap Mercantile. It's an old-fashioned store. The building was built in 1932, and we've got a lot of things in it that you are going to want to see. We've got antiques like old tools, quilts, hand-stitched quilts, a lot of them, jelly, jam, soda pop, t-shirts, candy. You would not believe the retro candy, things you haven't seen in years. Remember the old Neapolitan coconut bars? We've got them. And also, just lots of souvenirs, and you know what? There's a lot of things hanging in the store. Some of my props and other things that you've seen on the show are actually there in the store for you to look at. So come on by Gap Mercantile, go to my website, Farm Hands Companion, drill down, find the Gap Mercantile page somewhere on there. If you look hard enough, you'll find it. Read all about Gap Mercantile and come visit us next time you're in the area. We also have a vacation rental in the back. You're going to want to look at Airbnb or VRBO and look for Mercantile Cottage. But just go to my website, farmhandscompanion.com, find Gap Mercantile, and then see about Mercantile Cottage. You're going to love reading about it, and you're going to love staying there. So come see us. And here is, oh, watch out, it's not a pitchfork. A lot of times people at the auction call them pitchforks. How about this old pitchfork for sale? Well, actually, pitchforks are generally 2, 3, and 4 tines. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 tines, which to me renders it a manure fork. These are very handy for shoveling manure out of the stall, because a 3-tine, 4-tine, the manure, especially if it's wet, it's going to fall through there. And sometimes if it's really wet, it'll fall through this one. But I generally use the old cottonseed fork for manure, which is a little wider. It's got about 9 or 10 tines on it, but this one does a little bit longer handle, so you don't have to bend over every time. A manure fork for cleaning out your stall. I got a whole flat of C-clamps. Look at all these. I will never need to buy another clamp again. Actually, I'll probably sell these. Here's a Craftsman. There's a good one. Some of the rest of them are cheaper. And I got some little bitty ones. That actually is looks like a micronometer. I don't know. Anyway, that looks like some kind of fancy tool for measuring things that I have no business building. So somebody will want that. Oh, you're not gonna believe this. For one thing, you wouldn't believe how heavy it is. It's mainly heavy because it's got 2 lead ingots in it. Is that what you call them, ingots? Anyway, somebody melted a bunch of lead. It looks like they melted it into an antique ice cube tray out of an old refrigerator. But anyway, this is lead. It's very, very heavy. You could reheat this, get it liquid again, pour it into bullet molds, fishing weight molds, just whatever you wanted to make something lead out of. Aside from that, I've got this thing here, and I wish I could tell you exactly what this was. I have a theory. It says Atkins, and Atkins made, I believe they made crosscut saw blades, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm certain that they made tools to sharpen crosscut saws with, if it's the same Atkins company, which I think it is. I think this has something to do with sharpening crosscut saws and possibly even setting the blades, but it is so mechanically complex that I would never figure this out. So if any of you know what this is, or if you've ever used one, if you're old enough to have ever used one of these, tell me about it in the comment section below. I'd love to know anything you know about this tool. See, it says Atkins right there. But the rest of what's in this box, you're going to love this. Blacksmithing tools. Look at this. All types of tongs here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tongs, and a really huge ball peen hammer with a broken handle. Anyway, that's not as interesting as these are. But look at these. I've got, you know, a blacksmith could have several tongs with different shapes for holding different type of things. This one has an oblong hook there, and then just a narrow hook here. This looks like it was ready bought somewhere. 1 or 2 of these, this one looks like it was definitely homemade by the blacksmith himself, and it has more of a pipe-like. It looks like it's for holding rods right there. I'll show you the shape here. Rounded shape for holding rods there. This one has a little notch in it. Looks like it's for holding little smaller rod stock. Maybe stock that you would be using to make nails with. It'd probably be perfect for that. Here's a really long one. It also has a rounded snooter there for holding round stock. But see, it's got a little wider bite to it, so it'd be for holding larger pipe or something like that. This one has a square shape for holding just whatever. So the blacksmith had different tongs for different applications, and so here we are with about 5 of them. I thought that was a really nice buy. Oh, shoot. Look here. Aside from buying a really nice plastic red milk crate, look what's in it. I have all these round stock of wood. I think this is probably ash if I had to guess, but I've got looks like 1.25 inches, maybe 1.5 inches, I'm not sure. That one looks like about 1 inch, maybe something like that. Only got a couple of those. A lot of this would be good stock for putting in a wood lathe, which I've got over here. I'll end up showing you that one day. And and turning down handles for various things. You know, like this thing that I don't know what it is, for instance. If this were broken and I needed a new handle, sometimes you get sausage grinders, corn shellers that have handles, wood handles that are long gone and they've just got the metal sticking out. This would be great for turning down a little section to refurbish your handles for different tools. Even for a draw knife, if your draw knife handle is broken, you could take this ash, turn it down, and make you a new handle. Stop! Now, I didn't steal this. I did not steal this off the highway. I did not do it. But I will resell it. This one was at the auction. Looks like it has some damage, so highway department probably took it down and threw it away. I'm guessing. I have no idea where it came from. Again, I did not steal it. This might end up on your bedroom wall or in your kid's room, which anytime they're contemplating doing something questionable, this would be a subliminal message from you to them. And I have a wheel with 2 handles on it, and I have no idea. Is this one of these like exercise things for old people? Like, I don't know how. It looks like something Cody would use to catch the roadrunner. Anyway, old people exercising wheel, I guess. Tell me what this is in the comment section. It's not an old people exercising wheel. Is it? Maybe it is.